Hi, I'm Nick Bonner with treestuff.com, and we're looking at chainsaw chaps. We're going to talk a little bit about how they work, some of the differences in styles, and some of the basic features that different models have. All chainsaw chaps work in the primarily the same way. Underneath the front, which will usually be some type of nylon or heavy-duty material, there's going to be a Kevlar or similar type material, stopping material, and these are woven into large patches, and it's very loose. And what happens is as the chain rips into the chaps, it's going to pull that material out in long strands, and that material will travel back towards the sprocket of the chainsaw and jam it. So the pants are not cut proof. That's why they're called chainsaw stopping material inside here. It actually helps to stop the chainsaw before hopefully it causes a ton of damage. You can absolutely still be injured while wearing chainsaw chaps, and depending on the type of saw, if for example it's electric, they may not stop the saw at all, and that's certainly worth noting. However, in most situations, the use of chainsaw chaps will will take incidental contact and turn it from what's possibly a life-threatening event into hopefully a quick trip to the hospital. These are apron chaps. So what we mean when we say apron is that they have a full front, but there's no backing to them. So there's no chainsaw protection in the rear. Depending on where you live, what standards you follow, this may not cut it for you. You may need to wear a calf wrap or even a full wrap, and we'll talk a little bit about what that is. So this is a Labonville chap, and this is what's called a calf wrap. So this is going to come around and it's going to wrap and cover your calf with chainsaw stopping material. It's very important when you're fitting chainsaw pants to make sure that they fit tightly and that they're clean. If the chainsaw chap is put on loosely, when the saw strikes it, as the chain is rotating this way, it can pull the pant out of the way before it gets into that chainsaw stopping material and end up cutting you. The tighter they are, the better they're going to work, and you're going to want to make sure that they're tight across the thigh and behind your calf. Certainly work with someone who is experienced and can show you and help you fit those. They also have full wrap, which is going to I don't have a pair out here today, but it'll have a second patch here or a complete patch that will wrap up and protect the back of the user's thigh. Talk a little bit about some of the feature differences that you might see in some of the chaps. You'll notice that on these Labonvilles, it has the nylon material on both the front and back. That makes these, for all intents and purposes, reversible. I mentioned keeping them clean. As you get oil and stuff on the front of this, that's going to limit the potential stopping effect of the material because it just makes everything get slippier, more slippery, which limits its ability to stop the sprocket. You can wash chainsaw pants. You want to wash them with a mild detergent, generally by hand, and never dry them. Always hang dry them. Looking at these notch pants over here, this material definitely has more of a PV feeling to it than this does. That's going to lead to it being a little more water resistant and oil resistant, which will help keep them clean and dry. And also when you look at the back here, these are not reversible. So this is a much lighter material. These are going to be more breathable, and they're definitely going to be cooler, but you won't have the option of reversing them like you do with these Labonvilles. Personally, my preference would be to be cooler and maybe just have an extra pair or do a better job at keeping them clean. That's going to be the same on the notch calf wrap and apron chaps. Both of those are only going to be single-sided, as you see here. Arborwear has an interesting addition into the chap market with their rack chaps. These are going to be a single-sided, non-reversible chap with a little bit heavier material here. It's not going to be quite as breathable as what you see on the notch. But what makes these special is the ability to locate and move your supports. This is like a bungee style webbing, and these are really nice. They're a little pricier, but they are very, very nice. And you're able to locate all of those straps, and you can buy replacements as well. So I hope that we learned a little bit about chainsaw chaps. Everything that we showed you here today was UL certified or classified for the United States. Thanks for watching, and be safe out there, guys.